Is he here yet, guys? Is he here? I hope not. There we go. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, Dan's in a pretty bad spot right now. They call it Canada. Uh-oh. People are in my face? Well, oh man, that stopped the rubber. There we go. That's how we do things. Hi, people. Hi. I've been discovered already. I will appease you all with a piece of wool. There you go. Enjoy your wool. Don't cherish it. I'm pretty sure he just got both pieces of wool, so get wrecked. But yes. What do we have here? Still waiting on Xylo? Yeah. He's gonna be late as always, you know, guys. But yes, hello Xylo, hello Alpha, hello Apple Kid, hello Slayer and Bailey and Tada and the Hacker and Aggie and Logan and Toby and Poison and Marcus, and that's about it. Yep, cutting it off right at that line. So, how are you all doing today? Just to alert you all, if you hear any clicking or in the background, I have a fan on right now. So let me know if it's like audible. It's at a low setting. It shouldn't be that bad. Turning the gain on my mic down, so it should not be negatively affecting anyone. Except positively affecting me, because it's hot. Summer is here. Ish. Still kind of spring. But where I live, it's been dodging the summer heat for a little bit. You know, we get the occasional flicker of like 80 degrees, then back down to 40, then, you know, as you do. But it's been largely kind of dodging it. So, now it looks like the heat's finally here. Jeez, the rough. Looks like you guys are good. Murder-tastic, sure. Alright. Yeah, we still are going to record, about 2 Guardian scenes later today. Just kind of relying on Panda, and he hasn't been feeling too great. Plus being Panda, so it's a difficult time. But yeah, we'll end the stream as soon as Panda gets here and then do stuff for recording the next episode of Guardians. Because I don't wanna. It's weekly so far, and I know it's only 2 weeks of weekly, but I still think we have a chance of nailing it. The entire 10 weeks of the series. Pretty excited about that happening. Yeah, nah, the fans, it's keeping me alive at low. Plus, this means I drink lots and lots of water. Water. Keep myself hydrated. And damp.
To survive off coffee?
That's the thing. Coffee tends to be hot. Which is fine. I'll power through it when I need my coffee. But, it's very inconvenient. I don't need your stinking candy. Fine, I'll trade you 2 wool for 2 candy. I think that's a fair trade. A very fair trade. Go. I don't want your things anymore. I'm going to spawn. Surely no one will find me at spawn and throw things at me. Surely no one will spot me here. Let's see, it's cold in Australia? Yeah, because you guys got the flip-flop of the seasons. So it's probably just starting to get into things. I believe in iced coffee, Mevin. Iced coffee is great. It's just like 5 times the effort of hot coffee for like the same amount of enjoyment. So, it's great and all. It's just going through all the processes, because you gotta make the coffee, and coffee is made hot usually. Then it gotta get cool, and by the time it's cool, it's not fully fresh anymore. And if you just load it with ice, that's just gonna muddle it down. You're gonna have coffee with water in it. It's unheard of. And yes, you can make like super strong coffee and then add ice and stuff, and then I'll balance it out a little bit. But I like coffee strong to begin with. I know Mev can relate to that. So, let's see. I have just been proposed to, guys. What do you think I should say? Team Aggie. Ooh, if it's an entire team I'd be marrying, I don't know if I can do that. Not sure if I can handle the whole polygamy thing. Sorry. And guys, we are not giving shout-outs. We give whisper-outs. So calm yourselves down. Please. The next message is... That's cool. So, things I want to talk about on here today are Pokemon. There are some interesting things. I guess this is a great place to look. There's a lot of gyms on this here Pocket Pixel server. By the way, if you want to join the Pocket Pixel server, make sure you check out the video description and hit the link to join the server. And there's a lot of gyms here is what I was saying. Some of the gyms are the standard 1 through 8. Other ones are hard versions of the gyms, and then there's like Battle Frontier. And now I'm looking at it, there's a champion. That's awfully tempting to take from someone now, isn't it? But yeah, there's all these super difficult gyms, and they all have really fancy rules. Like, let's hit up this Battle Frontier right here. And yes, we are playing on Pocket Pixels Blue. Staying classy with a cup of tea. Hey, that's cool too. Do what you gotta do as long as it's a cuppa. Let's see, so, Battle Frontier, of course, like, once you get past the 8 gyms, it's all gonna be at level 100s. But the Battle Frontier, yeah, is like after the Elite Four. No choice items. I don't know what it is with the server and not liking choice items. I mean, they're good, but whatever. Alright. That didn't pop up. That's it. We're editing the stream live on stream. Because that didn't work. So we gotta add it once again. Who's ready for a big green box? Green box. We take the green box and we put it like right about there. And now, when you people hit the following button and the subscribing buttons and the everything buttons, then it'll show your face. It'll hack into your webcam and take a picture of your face and show it live on the stream, or just your name. More so, just your name. But you know. So can you slow it up, please? I need to make it so see-through. So bang. There we go. Art, ladies and gentlemen, art. More dinosaurs. We will do some dinosaurs.
But what does it mean?
What does what mean?
Your art.
Pfft, that's the thing. It's open to interpretation.
What does it mean to you?
So, looking at the stuff here, we have the Battle Frontier. It is, yeah, no choice items, no pots or anything. And you can use one legendary Pokemon. So, let's see. Respect the Frontier Brain. Oh yeah, the leaders for these are called Brains. You know. And I do not play Clash Royale, I am sorry. Let's see. And they have gimmicks on all the Brains. And let's see. You're not allowed to nickname, which is stupid. It makes sense, but gosh. Then there's a full list there. And can I just click this, or do I have to? Ah, man. But yeah, there's a bunch of weird rules. So, I believe the first one is you can only use Pokemon that are 2 different types. So dual type Pokemon. The next one is like, I don't know. I don't remember what they are. But there's a lot of weird rules. And the thing is, you can have 13 Pokemon total, I think it is. It's either 12 or 13 or something. But yeah, so you can switch between them and kind of choose a pretty OP team. So, I need to choose what kind of Pokemon we would want for that there team. So that's where you guys come in. There's 2 ways we can do this. 1, you can shout Pokemon at me. Or 2, I can show you some of the massive amounts of Pokemon I have. And you can say, ooh, pick that one. Ooh, pick that one. Ooh, pick that one. I'm hoping none of you have that third voice. But if you do, that's fine.
How would that work with the 20-second delay?
I'm not going to say it'll be effective. I mean, they would... they wouldn't just be able to say that one. They'd have to say the name of the Pokemon, obviously.
Wouldn't that be the same as the first option?
No, because then wouldn't be people saying Pokemon I don't have. Jeez. Trying to wreck on my mojo. Alright, so, gonna look in the PC here. Now, here's our first box. Here's the Pokemon we've been messing with so far. We got our Nidoqueen. We got our Porygon Z. Trustle the Crustle. Caesar. Those are the ones that are, you know, pretty much kept up to date right now. But, also, we have things like, you know, our Greninja, shiny Greninja here, which is pretty cool. An Aerodactyl, which was gifted to us. A pretty decent Grovyle, might I add, that we caught earlier on. We have our little shiny Dugong, who happens to be massive. We have a shiny Braixen, which is Fennekin's evolved form, which evolves into, and never played this Pokemon game, the third evolution of it. So, Infernape, yeah, see, that's a Pokemon I don't have, and you're shouting it at me, and now I'm going to feel bad for not having it. I do want to look at the Sandile to see what kind of nature it has, because Crocodile is fun. Lonely Sandile, not bad at all. It's not, you know, it doesn't give me any speed, but it does give me attack. And attack is probably the main stat you want on a Crocodile. So Sandile, you're on the table. But, we also have some things here. Now, I haven't showed this box to you guys yet, because let's just say it's a little on the unfair side. It's a little on the unfair side. It's a box with a bunch of good shiny Pokemon in it. So, these are all shinies, and some of these I've already started training. Some of these are good Pokemon, some of these aren't so good Pokemon, but they're all usable, I'd say. They're all usable. Yeah, I definitely don't have any Togekiss. Chespin? Ooh, do I have a Chespin? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna check on him. People are shouting him. Yeah, Chespin looks decent. He's a special defense nature. What are his IVs? IV 6. High defense. Medium everything else. Decent special defense. Chespin's usable if I build him tanky. Yeah, no. But yeah, here's how all these here shiny Pokemon. Now, one guaranteed one is, this is probably going to be my favorite Pokemon here. It's a Gligar. It evolves into a shiny Gliscor. And it's an impish nature, which is one of the top 2 natures. Some may say it's the top one. I think it's fine. So it's one of the best natures you could get on a Gligar. And a Gliscor. It is shiny. And I think it even has decent IVs. Yeah, 20 attack, 14 defense, 13 special defense, but 27 HP. It has low speed, but I don't really worry about that at all on Gliscor. So, yeah, no. Yeah, no. But yeah, that Gliscor is already EV trained, and he's going to be one of the finest of Pokemon I have. So let's start laying things out here up on this top level of Pokemon we would want to be in our 12, because there's 12 slots there. Let me actually move all of these little guys down a little bit. Remember that those ones are partially trained. So Gliscor is definitely staying, because he's a Gliscor. This Haunter will probably be a good Gengar, so let's put him up there. I really like Crustle, but Stealth Rocks might not be allowed in any of these, because they're not allowed in a lot of stuff on the server. So he's not a guaranteed. Let's see what else. Greninja, Charizard. Yeah, the Greninja is tempting, but it's also not the best Greninja. Like, I'd love to go in here with a full shiny team, but it's like a plus defense, minus speed nature, and his IVs are bad. So Greninja's definitely not a guaranteed to be on the list. I think just to be trolly, we have to throw our shiny Dugong on the list. Ooh, Chansey's definitely going on there. That's a good suggestion. So that's 4. Caesar, I think, is a definite, because, you know, Caesar just has all those type advantages. And it looks like most of these so far help us with the thing we got to cover with 2 separate types. So that's good. Let's see. What else do we got to consider? Let's see, so we got some tankiness down for sure. Those are on the tanky side. Dugong, he doesn't have a major purpose here, but I'm bringing him anyway, I don't care. Haunter's definitely straight up attacker. Now, what would be another good sweeping attacker of sorts? I don't know. Combustion? Combustion is definitely a possibility. It's just, I assume I'm only going to bring one fire type. And I got a good Blaziken, I got a good Delphox, and I got my starter Charizard. Not necessarily the best of nature, but I have him. So, I kind of would want to bring the Mega Charizard. So let's just put him in there for now, as a placeholder if nothing else. So that puts Charizard there, and as a special, that would be just kind of a standard sweepy special attacker. So in this case, I would actually want to get another physical attacker. I don't have any shiny Magikarps yet to get a Gyarados. So that is one thing. Blaziken, I don't know if it'll be too good because it's not going to be Speed Boost or a Mega. So that might be a little rough. Snorlax would be fun. I don't have a Snorlax. Weezing would be another good physical tank, but I don't know if I would need that if I got both a Scizor and a Gligar in my pocket. Chansey's an amazing special tank and can tank everything. Yeah, no. Lucario could definitely be something I rock. So I suppose, let's see. I'm trying to read chat and strategize at the same time. It's kind of difficult. Larvitar. Yeah, let's look at the Larvitar. That's an obvious choice. A Tyranitar, throwing him on the team. So, this one is actually, yeah, this Larvitar is adamant, so it's pretty great. He has very low attack IVs, but good speed and defense. So he's not the best, but his nature will make up for it, so I'll say we'll put him on the team. So he's up there now. Good stuff, good stuff. See, why does everything need to be shiny with me? Because I may have been, you know, able to get a massive amount of shiny Pokemon as a gift. So, you know, I did.
Not his fault people love him.
Yeah, it is. It's totally my fault. It's all my fault. But yeah. Have a high jump kick Blaziken. That's good and all. It's just, if it's not like speed boost, then that's just gonna get it killed. It's not gonna be the best. Let's see. Yeah, Tyranitar looks pretty good. Let's see. Walrein. Walrein's a possibility. It's just Walrein doesn't really serve any major purpose. He's... And I don't think I can bring Walrein, guys. Because Walrein is the same thing as Dugong, just... Some may quote better. But... let's say Walrein's the version of Dugong who can actually tank, while Dugong is an all-out attacker. I don't think I can bring Walrein when I already got that typing there. Because that would just, like, persuade me to not bring Dugong ever. Because I'm like, okay, I'll grab Walrein, and then Dugong will never just happen to fit into a space behind it. So darn. Let's see. What other Pokemon could I bring? I don't imagine I would need Roggenrola. I'll just bring Crustle, if that's going to be the case. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Apparently, you can't use the same Pokemon in the Battle Frontier as you did use in the Elite Four. So we're going to have to plan them both differently. So, we're going to have to decide, like, maybe I'll even, like, only use Charizard in the, one, not the other. Well, obviously I would have to. Maybe Charizard would just be in the Elite Four, not the Battle Frontier? That makes sense, because if Battle Frontier is supposed to be the top tier, like, as hard as it gets, then having a poor-natured, or a poor-statted Charizard might not be the best. And I could, like, switch it out for something that actually has a great nature on it. Yeah, it might be worth considering. You know. You know. See, why is Panda not in Dinos? He got fired. And, you know, he's panda. So, got some stuff for me. Excellent. Good. Alright, you've been trying to give me this stuff forever. What is it? No one else is here. Throw it on me. Alright. Well, he's hearing that. Yes. Let me actually copy this, Chrissy. Thank you very much. Bing. Take out these parentheses. Boom. There's the IP. Alright. See, someone fix my gym one-timer. Oh, they got a broken timer. Lame. Is that the public place? This is a public place. I don't get what he means.
Just go with it.
Okay. Alright. And then, let's see. Don't begin to use rock, ground, or grass. But rock types are great. Ooh, now one thing I do have is the shiny Archeops, which shiny Archeops is one of my favorite shinies. But it's also not the best stats on him. Like, it's a lowered speed plus defense nature. And if we're not allowed to use choice items, I don't know how useful he'll be. Because Choice Scarf is the obvious pick for Archeops always. Because he doesn't have enough speed to outspeed everything, but with a Choice Scarf, that puts him in the right range. His attack is amazing, so he can just crush things. Him and Aerodactyl are some of my favorite Pokemon, just because Aerodactyl has like endless speed, and if you Choice Band him, he'll drop things. And Archeops has the damage to drop things, and if you Choice Scarf him, he'll hit first. So, they're both very good, but if we can't Choice Item, they're not obvious choices. Boom. Alright. Boing da boing da boing da. Sup, Striped. I got you this slime ball. Alright. What do we got here? A little gift. 3 chests. Only one contains the goods. Whee! A chest, but what is within? A chest, but is it worth the effort?
What if it's another chest?
It's obviously gonna be the middle one. Yeah! Sand! Yeah! And this one has a bunch of random things in it. Cool. I guess. Yeah, a Lileep. That's cool, I guess. And the metronome I'm actually down for. And let's read the mail. Let's see, it's Jack. We know how mad I am anyway. Channel blah 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 blah. Nice words, thank you, Jack. I guess I'll take the sapphires. And this 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 and this. Quick, where's someone I can give this stuff to? Hey, hey, wait, no, not you, not you. Who's gonna get the gift? Or, oh, home 2. Okay, who's a random person I can throw things on? Oh, look at all the little cacturns around here. Let's see. That is good. That is good. Oh, hey, sir. Would you want a choice scarf by any chance? Because I already got like 3 of them, and I don't really need a choice scarf or anything because you're not really allowed to use it. And bye. Run. Run, run, run. Give me a Megastone. Well, yeah. It's a Venusaur Megastone. I mean, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Doing is the best way to learn. Yeah, generally. Take the Megastone. Yeah, we could do a Mega Venusaur at some point. It's not a bad Mega. It's not. Just I'm not a fan of grass types. And it does kind of nullify the downside of it being grass types, so yeah, no. How long have I been playing PIXELMON? 25 minutes. Or 3 years. I don't know what the right answer is for that one. but it's one of those answers.
Or they could be
why is my
asking how
phone
much
getting-
total playtime you have.
Ooh, that would not be 100% accurate. Oh, man. I'm getting messages from Panda, who's ready to see Xylo get disappointed live on stream. It's gonna happen, isn't it? Of course. Alright. We're good. We're good. We're good here. We're good. So anyway, back to PIXELMON. We might be recording later, might not be. So, you know. Want a Charizard one? No. I gotta find a Charizard one, because that's one I actually plan to use. The Charizard Y. If anyone spots one on the server right now, you let me know. Because I kind of need one. Anyway. So, Battle Frontier Pokemon. I think I should look at the rules. If we're gonna start eyeing things up. Wait, no, it's Warp. BF. There we go. Alright. Gosh, I'm just gonna have to type in stuff. There we go, I can read that and type it in on the side. It's very fun to use grass types. I mean, they're not all bad. It's just as a type by itself, it's the worst. It's not bad, it's just the worst, guys.
That or Bug?
No, Bug is amazing. Absolutely not the worst. Alright, got right to these rules. Let's take a look. The first one is Fighting Ghost, and you have to use dual types. Second is Grass Water, and... oh, you can only bring 2 types of Pokemon. That's cool. So I would have to have, you know, a decent amount of same type Pokemon. Now, dual type stuff does count for that, so like I could bring a Dugong and a Blastoise. I could bring a Dugong and a, what is something that's not Ice Water? A Dugong and a Greninja. And that would still count as the one of the what types I can bring. So, that's good. The next one is, let's see. The leader just has random moves on their Pokemon. Poison Dragon. Ooh, that could be rough. That's going to be difficult to predict. A Snowball? Oh, you trying to have a Snowball fight? Is that what you're doing? Bang, bang. I missed instantly. Well, let's not talk about that. The next typing is Fire Ground. Let's see. Desolate Land. The ability of Primal Groudon. Water moves cannot be used. Okay, so against the Fire Ground one, we can't even use water moves. So what we need against the Fire Ground is Ground and Grass? Okay. Guess that... oh man, I don't want to bring a Grass type to a Fire Gym though. But yeah, no water moves allowed. A lot of ground moves, rock moves, but yeah, that's an interesting one. I like that one. Because fire ground, you would think water right away, but no, can't use water moves. That's cool. And then, let's see, the next one is Steel, Ice, and Flying, which essentially means they can choose any Pokemon they want. Because Steel, Ice, and Flying are some of the best types. At least definitely Steel and Flying. And Ice is great too. So, let's see. Yeah, the gimmick is just they're really good. So, okay. Ooh, and the leader has a legendary Pokemon. Cool. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Champion Hall isn't explained. But yeah, there's like some checkpoint system or something here, so that's good. Let's see, losing 4 times will send you all the way back to the beginning. I'm reading this in like opposite order. Let's see. You can't use any Pokemon that you used in the E4. Oh, they call them Mons? Why do they call them Mons? It's the most annoying thing. Let's see. PIXELMON was your 49 upload 3 years ago. Makes sense. Alright, bring a Azurill. I am finding less and less reason to bring a Azurill, because water type's not really going to do me much good against the typing. Fairy could. Thing is, like, it's a poison dragon gym, so the fairy wouldn't really cover much. You know. I guess it's my birthday, guys. No, it is Mango's birthday. So feel free to wish him a happy birthday, but you can wish me a happy birthday too. That's fine. I am completely into that. And let's see, do you just go gym to gym? Okay, now those are the rules. Jeez, I need to learn to read things in order. Okay, I guess it's hard because I'm jumping between chat and this. So blah-de-da-blah-de-de-blah. The Frontier. 5 very difficult gyms in the Frontier Brains. E4 rules. A few key changes. 13 Pokemon among all 5. Only one of which can... Okay, so it's just the 13 Pokemon. None can be ones you brought in the Elite Four. Okay. So I guess I kind of have to plan what to bring in from the Elite Four. Typing will kind of play a part in this. It's like 13 Pokemon, so you would think you just bring stuff to cover everything. And that's probably going to be necessary. But, you know, typing could be focused in on. Let's see. And then Elite Four, level 100, 6 Pokemon. You can use a Legendary. And let's see. Yeah, no choice items still. And... Oh, there's like a checkpoint. Yeah. And you can have 8 Pokemon to choose from. Alright. Yeah, it's 2 sections. One's Ghost Normal, Bug Poison. Okay. And then the second is Fire Psychic, Water Flying. Oh wait, you can't use any of your first selection of the 8 on the second half? Oh my god! So I need 16 plus 30. Oh my god, I need like 30 Pokemon? To go through all this? This is insane. Well,
I need to make a mean planner.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just sitting here reading these rules, guys, but we're gonna need essentially 30 Pokemon to choose from. And I think that's what it's gonna be. We're just gonna get a list of 30 Pokemon, get them all EV trained up and set to go, and then switch them around according to what we need. But I think I see where Charizard is gonna go. I see Charizard going in the first section of the Elite Four, so that can kind of be where he goes. Because that's against Bug Poison and Ghost Normal. Nothing super against him there, and he will be great against half the bug types. So that's good. And then once it goes into the Battle Frontier, I don't see anything he would be guaranteed good against. Ooh, the Steel Ice Flying, I'm going to want a Fire type, actually. So, definitely going to have to keep that in mind. But even then, Steel Ice Flying, that means, and they get to have a Legendary. So let's just assume that they're going to have like a Metagross Ice type. What's the best Ice type you can think of? Flying is just, they can have like any dragon type they want. Any of the really good stuff like that. They can have a Rayquaza. They can't have a Mewtwo, that's good. Probably not gonna have a legendary ice type. I think a Rayquaza is probably gonna be the legendary that I'll see in that gym. I don't know. But still, that looks difficult. So, you know. Let's see. What? Thomas, you gotta stop making up lies and telling them to everyone, man. You got a bad habit of lying to people. Gosh. Especially when it's about something someone else said. Don't lie and put words in people's mouths. That's just mean. Alright, your phone died and you're back. Okay, well, you're back. Good, good, good. Yes. Thank you, Chrissy, for clarifying that this is what we're doing. And let's see, I'm going to put a couple plans in motion right quick so I can actually get to recording when I need to, cause yeah, we'll probably go with this stream for another half an hour. So boom. Do that and message here. Where do we do? People.
Do what?
Do what? Do what did you say to me? There we go. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, do what? Not one of my favorite Pokemon, I'm sorry. But if that wasn't the same do what, I would have been impressed. Very impressed. If I was a Pokemon, what would I be? That is a different question. I've been told a Farfetch'd before. Because I think it was like a thing like, oh, it had to be like 5 to 8 years ago on Facebook, where everyone just switched their avatar to a Pokemon, and they got told what, like their friends told them what they had to switch to, and I was told to switch to a Farfetch'd, and that was on point. I think it was also an Ursaring, but that wasn't very fitting, I don't think, to me. So yeah, let's say Farfetch'd. That sounds good for me. Let's see. I guess gotta have 30 Pokemon. So we're not gonna have all shinies. I think we can assume that. You need like a whole box of trained Pokemon for this, and you still are gonna lose. That is rough. I don't know if the strategy is like to not bring my best Pokemon to the Elite Four. Like, how difficult's the Elite Four gonna be? Because I imagine Battle Frontier is going to be harder, but I don't want to nerf myself going into the Elite Four. Because that's a thing. Huh. Don't know. Well, let's think about this. The Chespin is pretty good. The Grovyle is pretty good. I will want a Grass type to go against that Desolate Land Gym. I think it might end up being the Grovyle. Just because, like, a Sceptile, if it's grass, and get in there with some speed, knock out a ground type. And it can just do some damage to other Pokemon and die. Because, like, tanky grass types, if I bring them to a fire gym, they're just gonna die anyway. Like, best case scenario, they survive a round, then the gym leader switches out. So, I think it's definitely gonna be, yeah, boy, Grovyle coming through. I don't know. Deadpool's still on break, guys. I don't lie, I make incorrect facts up. Gosh, Thomas. Stop doing that. That's not a good thing. You're gonna actually fool people. Alright. So, I guess let's look at the type list and see. Because, you know, see what we gotta go for. Alright, so for Battle Frontier, I gotta actually make like a spreadsheet or something to get this organized out, which, let's be honest, isn't gonna be a best thing to do during a stream. But Battle Frontier is, let's go back to the Elite Four first, and let's think of some stuff we would need there. So the first thing I would need to conquer is, let's see, a selection of 8. That's so many Pokemon. I'm just gonna bring the same 6. Because I'm not going to train another extra Pokemon. Thing is, I just can't bring the second selection to the next. Oh my god, this is so awful. These rules are dumb, but really difficult. Alright, so Ghost, Normal, Bug, Poison. I'll need 6 Pokemon to cover that. Then for Fire, Psychic, Water, Flying. I need 6 Pokemon to cover that. Then for Battle Frontier, I think that the gimmicks will be pretty easy to meet up with. Like, dual typing is something I'd bring most of that anyway. And then, yeah, the water one is the only one that will really throw me off. And I think that one's just fun. That's a cool idea. So, ooh. Mega Venusaur is immune to, or is resistant to fire, isn't he? Or like neutral to it or something. He might be a shout. That might be the play here, guys. Alright, but anyway, let's finish writing this stuff out. Then we have a fighting ghost. A grass water. Which, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of flying types coming to that. And a lot of whatever I have on hand. Because I use a lot of flying types. Alright, next up is the... Let's see, then the poison dragon. That's a rough typing. But I guess some strong steel types are coming out to that party. So, poison and dragon, fire, ground, and then steel, ice, flying. Alright. So let's see, I'm gonna need 12 Pokemon, or 13 Pokemon that can go into that entire list. And then some that can go into the Elite Four list. Alright.
Yeah, Mega Venusaur has Big Fat, which halves Ice type damage and Fire type damage.
Yeah. That sounds real good. Now, would I need a Mega to cover the Battle Frontier? Because that's going to be in the Battle Frontier. So, that's going to be tricky. That means I can't bring a Mega Charizard to Battle Frontier, I assume. Oh, I guess I technically could just have it a Charizard and only bring that at a certain different time. So yeah, we will definitely have a Mega Venusaur on the team, because that sounds really good to have a grass type that won't get wrecked by the gym he's in. Okay. So guys, let's if you guys got any insane suggestions, let's start looking at the Ghost, Normal, Bug, Poison that we gotta conquer. And then the fire, psychic, water, flying. Because there's just no perfect way to plan this out. I think we might bring our Charizard to the first one, the Ghost, Normal, Bug, Poison. You have to have thick fat on it. Isn't that like pretty common or standard on a Mega Venusaur though? I don't think that's like a hidden nature or anything. So if it is, if someone
gets that ability when it Mega Evolves.
Yeah, I thought that was the case too. So if anyone wants to look that up and fact check, that'd be great.
I'm literally looking at it right now.
Fine! All the facts are covered. Thank you. Let's see. That's one thing. And thank you, Chrissy. Let's see. So what else would I bring to Ghost, Normal, Bug, Poison? What's a shout right here? Let's see. Bug and Poison. Let's see. I don't see anything that's like strong against two of those types. I'm not thinking of anything. Ghost. What's that weak to? Like, Ghost is a rough one. But I don't think it's weak to any of the same things. I think we should not bring any psychic. But then Poison is there. You guys having fun? Ooh, Medicham is fighting in psychic type. Against the first gym, not a bad shout. In that thing. Against the second one, also not a bad shout, because it can go up against the poison. However, it'll have a big weakness to the bug type. However, that's not bad. So let's drop the name Medicham there. Delphox. Delphox would be good against that, because Delphox could kind of cover the bug, kind of cover the poison. Not, yeah, I guess you're not going to want to send a bug type out against Delphox, so that's a pretty good setup. And you're not going to want to send a poison type out against Delphox, so Delphox is a pretty solid pick for that. I was thinking I might end up bringing Delphox to the Battle Frontier, but we'll keep him on a list here. So we got that. And what is Ghost weak against, if anyone could let me know in chat? Just so I can... I don't have it in my head right now. I know it's like Ghost and Dark. Is that it?
Double check.
Because I don't see any obvious, like, want to bring Dark here. Because we're also going to have to go up against a bug gym.
Yeah, just Ghost and Dark.
Yeah. And Ghost... I don't know. It's interesting. You know, I do have that Gengar lying around. So he would help kind of... It wouldn't be a good fight. Good pick. So let's hold on to that choice for now. Yeah, I don't know if that would be a smart plan. So... yeah, Ghost and Dark. Thank you, everyone. And then Bug's weak to another handful of things. But yeah, there's not any double weaknesses for us to bring there. Alright, well, let's put that in the books for now, and let's move on to the Fire, Psychic, Water, Flying. Fire, Psychic, Water, Flying. Once again, I think these are pretty well set out, because there's no immediate type I can think of that counters 2 of those. Electric does. So I'm going to want an electric type to go up against the water flying, because they will have things like probably a Swampert and you know, Dragonite or something on that last one that'll be able to take those electric moves, but at least 3 of the Pokemon in that secondary gym will be weak. So Fire, Psychic, you know, we're gonna see a Delphox there. There doesn't look like any downside of bringing a Dark type or a Ghost type. However, if the Ghost type I bring is Gengar, well, he doesn't want to get hit by a Psychic attack. Let's see. What about... Let's see, they got the Fire. So how's Rock looking? Rock and Ground aren't the obvious choices when they got a Water thing chilling there. So I guess Water type is something I'd want to bring. Yeah, because then I can quench the Fire and tank against the other Water. Like a tanky Water type? Yeah, possibly. Charizard and... Yeah, I don't know if I want to bring a Charizard to this one. Because, like, he'll be able to tank against the Fire a little bit, but Charizard's not even a tank. So... And he's just a bad choice to bring against the Water Flying. So Charizard's definitely not coming to that setup. Until Iton. Itonios! Let's see, so what about the Water and Flying? Yeah, just really any electric type is what you first think of when it comes to that. Because Ice, you know, Water can kind of stop that. Rock, Water can kind of stop that. Steel? Maybe? No, not a great choice. Just, yeah, that's where our electric Pokemon, we're going to end up training like one electric Pokemon. Because electric's also not a Pokemon I bring a lot. They're fine and all, it's just they're only good against 2 things, which also have a lot of other weaknesses. Well, that's not true. Water type only has grass and electric, and I don't like grass either. I just don't really use electric Pokemon that much. But I guess, you know, it's a great excuse for me to just whip out a Jolteon and be happy with it. Because Jolteon is a great Pokemon. Bring Flareon. You know, I totally would, Eton. It's just I already, you know, have Mega Charizards on prepared and a Delphox already. I got the fire typing covered. So, you know. Chansey's just a good Pokemon to bring to anything, so I'm just going to fill in Chansey last. Because Chansey can just tank against any team that doesn't have any fighting to do with it. So... But yeah, Fire, Psychic, Water, Flying. Except for the most of the flying Pokemon, I'm assuming a lot of special attacks. Oh, I see someone in chat saying not allowed to discuss gym Pokemon. Well, I'm discuss. Oh, well, I guess not allowed to discuss the Pokemon that are in the gym. I'm discussing the Pokemon I'm going to bring to the gym, and that. Well, I don't know if that's allowed either, but I'm doing it. Should be. So, let's see. Oh, Nightbot, what you doing, boy? Yeah, Jolteon's just an obvious pick. Do I even have any electric? Like, I also got a PC of not good Pokemon. Like, here's some other shiny Pokemon that are just not good natures, but if anything jumps out at us, we'll go for it. Definitely no random, like, electric or dark types that jump out at me, so... yeah, we're gonna hold off on them for now. Sharpedo!
If you get an Electrive, that could be good.
A what?
Electivire?
Yeah, that's a potential. Because it can, like, have Earthquake to deal with some of the fire types. And then, obviously, it's good against the water flying. Bring in Metagross, not against this one. I definitely want to have Metagross in my Battle Frontier. Because Metagross is my favorite Pokemon, and he's a great Pokemon. But this isn't the place to bring him. It's, you know, he won't do bad against it, but the thing is, I can't bring the Pokemon I bring here against the Battle Frontier. So, we gotta be really careful not to bring any of our best guys. Some of them, like, if it's a dead fit, like, some of them, then definitely. Like, I can definitely see Delphox going in there. Delphox, we have a good-natured Delphox, and it's a good Pokemon. But it's not anything that we, you know, we won't be able to replace in the Battle Frontier. So I definitely see that still going in. And then our Charizard is not one of our best Pokemon, so that'll, like, definitely cover all our need for fire in the first setup. But anyway, yeah, we don't seem to have any dead immediate ideas for that one. Let me just look at the guys I have laid out here and see if anything pops. Let's see, any electric or water type. We do have our Azurill. It's fairy, so it would be resistant to the first. And just wouldn't be bad. It would be really bad against the second. We'll consider the, what's the evolved form? Azumarill, I think. Just because we have it. Aside from that, nothing too obvious. Yeah, don't really want to bring any grass type to this one because that flying is there and there's fire there. What about poison? Nope, psychic, and doesn't give us any benefit. What about just a tanky psychic? Maybe. Lantern? I don't like Lantern. I'm sorry. Now, Walrein is an easy one to consider for one of these gyms. Against the water flying, it would be great. Against the fire... Put down Walrein. Who is trying to call me? Spam! Cool. Yeah, I'm thinking Walrein for that setup. Because he's got the ice and water to go against the water flying, so he can take out the flying types and tank the water types. And then against fire psychic, well, it's water, so that's good. Tyranitar for fire, but I'm also going up against, oh, fire and psychic. Tyranitar is worth considering. I was thinking of bringing him to Battle Frontier, but we'll put him on the list. Will I use Medicham? If I get him, wait, don't I have one? Do I have, no, I do not. If I get one, maybe. Medicham's not a bad idea for that first one, for sure. It's just I don't have one, so. But we're obviously going to need to get some more Pokemon. Now, where does Crustle come in? That's the question. Oh, man. It doesn't say we can't use Stealth Rocks. For the poison? Fire poison. There is no fire poison combo, guys. So.
There is a Gen 6 or Gen 7.
Well, no, I mean that we have to go up against.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no gym with both of them in it. Let's see. What version of Minecraft is this? It's 1.10, I believe. And then, of course, Pixelmon, you know. Okay. So, against Fighting Ghost type, we're in the Battle Frontier now. So, this is where we pick our 13 Pokemon. So, Fighting Ghost. Obviously, you kind of want to avoid normal types here. And fighting types aren't very obvious. Dark types you don't really want to bring. I don't know if we're going to have a lot of hard counters to the Ghost type. I think that might be where we want to bring in the Gengar. Because he's going to be like a suicide, just cannon to fire at the Ghost types. And he won't be countered by the fighting types. So, Gengar is worth it for the Fighting Ghost. Let's see. Freezadon? Is he in Pixelmon? Probably not, because I don't even remember what he is. So.
I don't think Freezadon's a Pokemon.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yeah. It totally is. That's where I knew the name from. That was silly. You got me. Of course it was Thomas baiting me too. What a jerk. Alright, Fighting Ghost. Any other great suggestions for Fighting Ghost, guys? Use Destiny Bond? I don't think we're getting that desperate. Fighting Ghost. Definitely not a Tyranitar there. Caesar do. Oh, no.
I feel like a Psychic type might be good.
Fighting Ghost. Yeah, potentially. I mean, we get hurt by the ghost, but. So this is Xylo streaming, not Deadpool. I would never. Deadpool doing strategy. Alright, so Fighting Ghost, like that's where I definitely want to bring a flying type for sure. But no one jumps out at me right now, so we'll definitely put Gengar down on the list for that. Dark type and Ghost. Well, Dark will just get wrecked, so it would have to be part Ghost type. What is a Dark Ghost?
Spiritomb?
Anything else? Sableye, but he's a whole different thing.
I think those are the only two.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see what else. What about the grass water? Let's see. And we have to use only 2 types of Pokemon. So flying is obvious, and bug definitely might be. That's what we should try to choose. We should choose the 2 types that we want to bring against grass and water. Now electric, you would think, but not so much, just because, you know, the grass will negate it. Grass actually is a shout against this one. I don't want to bring multiple grass types, but hey, grass is going to be good against a grass water gym. So, what other types you guys thinking against a grass water gym? Because we have to use that. Yeah. Bug and flying are obvious to take on the grass and not get wrecked by the water. Grass is the only real obvious choice for the water. I don't want to bring water types to this one, just because, yeah, it's good to fight water with water, not grass with water. Yeah, no.
Is Freeze Dry in Pixelmon?
Might be. What Pokemon are you thinking of?
No, I'm thinking of the move Freeze Dry.
Yeah, I know, but what Pokemon? Because it's only on a couple Pokemon.
Really? I thought it was a TM.
It's definitely not TM in Pixelmon. Let's see. Yeah, guys, we're not trying to pick a water grass Pokemon. We're trying to pick types that would be good against that typing. Yeah, definitely not fire. You're right about that. So flying types. And I'm sure I'll be using a handful of flying types. And no, I will have 1 grass type and probably a bug or 2. Caesar is a shout against that. Yeah. The Mega Venusaur sounds good against that too. So Mega Venusaur is just definitely coming. So, if we do choose grass, Mega Venusaur will come. Because, yeah, it looks like it's between flying, bug, and grass. And flying is probably going to be an obvious one. Electric, yeah, once again, I don't think it would be best because I'm not going to have a lot of electric Pokemon, and it would only be good against water and bad against the grass types. So, a no on that. Let's see, what flying Pokemon do we have? We're definitely going to have a Gliscor on this team. Charizard's a possibility. You know, we might not have a team full of flying types, so it might end up being bug and grass we bring. Doesn't seem like the best call, but hey, I think any two of those three types and we'll be okay. Yeah, Grovyle, bring that Sceptile. It's not a bad idea. Alright. Now let's look at this next type. Poison Dragon. Now, the downside of fighting Poison Dragon, aside from them being dragon types, is that we're not going to know what moves they have. They're going to have random moves of any type. So hear me out. I'm thinking we go hyper-aggressive against these guys. Because what kind of super tanky poison or dragon type are you thinking of? Wheezing? I'll bring some special attack. Like, I don't know anything that could severely tank out my team here. So if I can just cut through it, that might be the plan. So what can cut through some poison dragon type? Because they could have anything. Any moves.
Psychic, dragon, fairy, ice.
Fairy I don't think is the best call here because poison will wreck it.
Ice?
Then again, the moves here. Yeah, ice obviously for the dragon.
Steel is resisted by both types, but...
Yeah, I was definitely thinking steel.
Defend, but it would defend against stab if they did get that.
A Mega Charizard X. It is risky. Just because it's only good against the other dragons and I would have to get dances off.
I mean, you could just get a Mega Charizard Y with Dragon Pulse.
Yeah, that is also true. Metacham again? You ain't wrong. Let's see. Dragon is good against dragon. I don't like doing that, though, because... Well, I guess in this case, it would be kind of okay, because we don't know if they're going to have dragon types on them. But at the same time, like, dragon against dragon, you got outspeed. So it means either you've danced, or you gotta... Can't use choice scarfs at all, guys. So... I don't really have any guarantees for that. Kingdra. That's a shout. I do like that idea. If we can get a Kingdra danced up, consider that. Magnezone. I don't like it.
Yeah, because dragons are resistant to electric.
And we're not worried about defending against these guys. Like, they could have a Kingdra with Fire Blast very easily in this gym. So I'm not gonna be able to like rely on like my defensive things. That's why steel types aren't an obvious call here. Like if I bring a steel type, it also has to do some damage. Like this is where Metagross comes in, because he'll do some severe damage and he can drop poison types. So definitely want Metagross to be considered for that.
Yeah, because he's steel and he's psychic, so then headbutt boom. Then headbutt boom, you're done.
Yeah, I think here might be where we want to consider bringing Chansey, just because we're gonna want to switch out. Because here's what's gonna happen, guys. I'm gonna send out my Metagross. It's gonna one-shot whatever Pokemon they have out. Then they're gonna send out a target which may or may not be good against Metagross, but it's gonna have Fire Blast on it. So I'm going to want to explore and put some feelers out, and Chansey's the one for that job. B-Sharp, I don't see it. There's not any obvious advantage that gives us. Yeah, Metagross is a super obvious choice for this. I just got to be careful. Garchomp is a good choice, but I don't think he's in Pixelmon. But that also spells out a possibility of Flygon. Flygon wouldn't be a bad bet. It's just he'll be outsped by dragon types. So that's a thing. So we'll mark down Flygon, but oh my god, my inventory is just full of things. Thanks, guys. Alright, that's the letter from Jack. And here's another letter. Missed my stream. It's okay. Thank you. I'll read that later because it looked like you put some names and personal information on there. Let's see, Garchomp, Walrein against that. Yeah, we might. No, I can't bring Walrein into the Battle Frontier because that's when I'm gonna bring Dugong. So that might be a battle we can bring Dugong in though. I'm not opposed to that. All right, well, I think we got a lot of good ideas for that. It's definitely something we're just gonna want to go hyper aggressive on, is what I'm feeling, because they could get us. They could completely just like, if it's gonna, because remember guys, your typing is good, but we're not worried about resisting at all because they're not going to be using the moves I'm expecting. The gimmick here is literally Hackmons. They can have any move on them, so they're going to have direct counters to what you would normally think. So let's not do the obvious here. When we do go obvious, let's go hyper attacking so they can't even counter if they wanted to. But yeah, aside from that, moving on to the fire ground type. So obviously grass type's the only thing we can use to fight the ground types here, and then ground and rock are the only thing we can use against the fire, because we can't use water. So what kind of Pokemon are we thinking to go up against this fire and ground type?
More fire and ground types?
I mean, that seems right. Ground types is... Oh, baby. Gliscor is going to shine in that one. Oh, man. Guys, Gliscor is going to be on point there. Gyarados would be pretty useless against that one, because Gyarados would only be able to use water types that are going to be great against them, and we're not allowed to use water moves. Oh, man. Gliscor. That's going to be good. He's not going to automatically counter like the Mega Charizard I'm sure they're going to have, but that's a good pickup.
Well, I mean, can he learn Stone Edge?
He can, so he'll be able to kill it if I got some dances in. It's just, you know, it's not automatic.
But he's immune to the ground type moves, and he can use ground type moves with Stab.
Yeah, exactly. He'll easily be able to take on like any Pokemon that's touching the ground, I think. It's just flying types are going to be the only thing that can stand a chance against my Gliscor. Special attackers, maybe, if they have the right move, which I don't see a lot of the right moves in this. Like Solar Beam is the one thing that I might be afraid of, and that's not a big threat. Let's see. No, I gotta hop off and record after the stream. Gengar because of speed and levitate? Maybe. Does he even have levitate in Pixelmon? Well, I don't even have.
They removed that in Generation 7.
I really don't know the case of him. Either way, Gengar is possibly on the table anyway for the Fighting Ghost Gym, so won't need to think about that too much. Crocodile, not bad. Not a bad call. And then you'd also have some Dark to kind of counter a couple of the other things we might come across. Yeah, Dark Adult. Nah, we wouldn't want to bring him in the first one. Okay. Tyranitar or Mega Tyranitar. Well, there is no Mega Tyranitar. And I don't really want to bring a Tyranitar into that, because yeah, he'll be good against the fire types, but he'll be awful against the ground types. So I'm not too excited about that concept, because I feel like I can counter the fire types pretty easily. Like ground moves, that's easy to cover. Rock moves, easy to cover. Those are two of the most common moves to have extra on a Pokemon. It's just the point of being able to counter that ground. And that's where I think the Mega Venusaur would come in, because he won't go down to the fire types right away, and he will take on direct ground types. I guess then it just comes down to me guaranteeing I have a flying counter. So I'm going to need some solid rock types. I feel like an Aerodactyl or an Archeops needs to be on this team. I'm just going to say Aerodactyl because we can't use Choice Scarf. And Aerodactyl would be great against this gym anyway. So let's do that. Alright, moving on to the final setup here, guys. We have the Steel, Ice, and Flying gym. Now, right away, you know, you want to have your Pokemon that have, like, fighting type moves. You want to have your Pokemon that have fire type moves. So fighting and fire moves are going to be great. Fire all over this one. Now, we don't want to bring explicitly fighting Pokemon because they'll have some stab flying moves coming against us. So, let's see. Against the steel, ice, and flying. What are you guys thinking? Steel, ice, flying. Yeah, against an explicitly ice gym, that would be a little risky for Gliscor to show his face in. Not the best place for a Dugong to run around either. Caesar will have an easy enough time. So we can consider Caesar for that. Let's see, fighting and fire. Infernape, yeah. It's just they have flying types and he's part fighting type. Thing is, Infernape's going to get wrecked really quickly either way. But when I said fire fighting, I do not need Pokemon that are both types at all. Because both fire and fighting will fight the same things pretty effectively. Yeah, definitely don't want an Emboar. It's got the right typing to it, but a tanky Pokemon against a gym that surely be able to drop him? Nah.
What about a Metagross with Hammer?
Yeah, Metagross is, once again, a good bet for that. Because he'll be able to take on everything but the steel types, really. And if they are just steel alone. Like, I was thinking Metagross versus other Metagrosses, but yeah, if they are just steel alone, then that's fine. Caesar I want for that final one. Yeah, steel is just a solid bet against this one, because nothing is great against it in that gym. Yeah. Remember, guys, I'm going to want to be very specific on the move choices. I'm not going to want to over TM, because I can't switch TMs in between the gyms. Like, I guess you might be allowed to, but I can't afford that. You crazy? Arcanine, it's, if I run into one, that's great, sure. It's not an obvious choice here. Let's see. I think a Charizard would just be nice here. Because it's not going to be immune to the ice types. And it's going to do fine against the flying types, and it'll just carve through steel types. So once again, it's going to come down to countering the flying a little bit better. So Aerodactyl is still on the board. Now, he can get dropped by certain steel and ice. But he can also drop certain steel and ice. So, Aerodactyl is worth considering. How else do we counter the flying types? If I bring in a solid ice type, steel will carve through it. That's what I'm afraid of. Stop it, Thomas. You just stop it. That's another Yu-Gi-Oh card. Camerupt is an awful Pokemon altogether. I'm never going to bring him to anything. Sorry. Metagross plus Caesar plus Dugong. Yeah, Dugong might not come to this one, but he might. I mean, he'll help against the flying types. It's just he'll be bad against the steel types, and ice types he'll also be bad against with his moveset. What else can we do to take out these flying types? Let's see. What's an ice type that we can bring that'll just not get wrecked by steel? I don't think there is anything. So yeah, I think it comes... What?
Ball Rain?
He still will, though. And he won't really be able to do much against either steel or ice.
True.
So... I think electric is where it comes down here. Because ice could very well have some ice-water Pokemon. Flying is obviously weak to electric, and steel doesn't resist electric. So I think we need to definitely consider an electric type for this. Yeah, so... I think we just didn't happen to get a lot of electric types yet, but we need to get like 2 electric Pokemon for this entire process. Because just looking at these, like against the grass water, I might want to use one. No, I wouldn't, especially not if it's a Jolteon. because that would just be single type anyway, and I'm not just going to pick electric. Okay, so yeah. It would only be good against the last gym. Well, only necessary against the last gym. But, you know. Let's see. Well, what is Elite saying? A water Pokemon with the ice move like Blastoise? Not a bad shout. Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Just don't know what else he would be good for here. Yeah, there's plenty of Pokemon that I can just throw an ice move on. You know what I'm feeling here? How about my Nidoqueen? Because she can do some damage to the steel types. She has Ice Beam for them flying types. Let's put down Nidoqueen on the list for this. And she's not vulnerable to any of them, is she? Is ground vulnerable to ice? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. Well, I don't think it's the other one. I don't know. Someone double check that for me. There's no longer any coffee type Pokemon. They removed that in Gen 24. Sorry, Mav.
Ground is vulnerable to ice.
It is vulnerable to ice. Okay. That'd be one thing we gotta worry about. But aside from that, that's Nidoqueen good against 2 of them. So. And... Nah, Toxic Spikes would be really bad against that gym because Steel and Flying both negate it. Articuno. Yeah, Articuno is a pick. That did cross my mind, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't want Articuno to be my one legendary I bring to this whole thing. Articuno is not the best, and it would be a very specified need. And I already got a list of decent Pokemon down for this gym. Electivire, honestly, like, he's not one of my favorites, but just to have the versatility, it's not a bad plan. It's just I can't have any choice items on him, so he's gonna get hit hard. But he'll cover some of this. Empoleon, not a bad shout. Not probably a Pokemon I would love to bring to this. But hey, if I do have an Empoleon with some ice moves on him. And remember, guys, when you're thinking of putting an ice move on something else, you don't need to hop straight to water type. A lot of things can learn ice moves. But the Empoleon would do okay against the Poison Dragon gym as well. So I'll actually put that down right there. I think it would. Even though that is the random things in Empoleon's not necessarily the craziest of attackers. Yeah, obviously the Ice Beam on Empoleon. But yeah, most Pokemon can learn Ice Beam. At least most Pokemon that you would want to have it. Mew would be really good, but I'd need to switch between TMs to really get the best out of him, and I'm not going to be able to do that. Like, if we can only bring one legendary type, you know I want to bring, like, a Mewtwo or Rayquaza or Groudon, you know? Kyogre, even. Because I want it to be, like, something that'll just do great against everything. I don't want it to be one of my specified picks. I want it to be something I can rely on for most situations. So, yeah. I don't know. I guess we briefly went over everything, got some opinions from you guys. Any other thoughts on any of this, guys, if you have any suggestions to make? Now, this will probably be like at least a month down the line before I get to this point, because I do need to get through all the gyms first, and I'm only putting up, 2 episodes a week. But, Magmortar, once again, not a Pokemon I'd automatically go to quickly. It's only gonna be decent against that one. But yeah, that's just straight up fire. Any fire will be good there. Let's see. Yeah, Mew is very, very, very flexible. It's just in something like this, I mean, I'm not going to be able to specify the moveset every time I'm using on Mew, so bringing a Mewtwo would honestly be better. If I can get one. That's also a question. And yeah, Raikou or Suicune, they're not bad for sure. I think the other ones I mentioned are a tier above them. But Raikou and Suicune are definitely okay. It's just, I don't like Raikou, because if I'm going to bring a legendary, why Raikou? He's just a tankier version of Jolteon, you know? I'm sorry, Raikou fans, he is. I am honestly fine with Jolteon over Raikou any day. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap things up here. So, just to let you guys know, we did release the season finale of Star Wars. You can now see seasons 1 through 3 back to back to back until, you know, leaving to wait until the next season comes out, which will be on a larger break than other things usually are. It is gonna wait until, you know, late fall, winter. I'll give you guys I'll tell you guys right now. I said winter in the video because last time I said fall, I said late fall. Everyone was begging for it like months ahead of time. So it's probably still going to be before winter. But winter is the marking point of when the next Star Wars season is going to come. Hopefully you enjoy the episode 10. We might be doing a stream tonight as well at 10 p.m. EST for our Dungeons and Dragons. I know a lot of you usually can't make the normal time on weekdays at 10 p.m. EST, so if you are more available too on a weekend at 10 p.m. EST, then that could be a thing happening. We haven't confirmed it with Panda and Tiger yet, but we will see. And aside from that, I think that's everything I have to say. And yeah, other roleplays that are on break will be back way before then. So, thank you everyone for watching. I guess now is where we wrap things up and say goodbye. It's just gonna go back to Minecraft, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That was not well played. Nap time. Yeah. Wait, I don't even need to do that. I can go to the outro. Bye.